Okay, welcome back to Bounce Around Charleston. And tonight I have with me the Reverend Dr. Isaac J. Holt of the Royal Missionary Baptist Church. This pastor, he's been doing phenomenal things, feeding the community. And we want to hear about it and let him explain to you exactly what's going on. Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston, Pastor Holt.
Hello, Brother Randolph. Thank you for allowing me a few minutes to be here. And we come,
Yes.
as you asked me to kind of touch on what we've been doing and where we're going with it. We were fortunate to be involved in an initial program starting in May, where we had to use our church trucks to go up to Columbia and Orangeburg once a week to pick up boxes of groceries coming from the United States Department of Agriculture. They were trying to get in the communities that had a great need. And definitely we have one here in the Liberty Hill area in North Charleston. And that grew into the fact that then they designated us to be a hub center, which meant that the trucks would actually come to our parking lot, and then we would be able to distribute to other churches. We got up to helping 19 other churches every week distribute from Georgetown to Moncks Corner to just all over a 4-county area. And then we would distribute at our church. But Randolph, I'm gonna tell you that the need is so great. And sometimes these people that need so much, sometimes they we hide them behind our big screen TVs and our fussing about the quarantine. But some people are really hurting, and it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. Some people are only being protected now by the law that's holding people from being evicted. But some people have been without work since March, and you know that unemployment is going to be cut off in a few weeks. So we were feeding over 1,000 families a week, our church.
Wow.
Over 1,000 family boxes were distributed for 19 weeks. And we distributed close to 18,000 boxes of food in those 19 weeks. And I tell you, it was nonstop. Once they hear we were going to do it, cars would be lined up. We had to get the city police to help with traffic. It was just that.
Well, you know,
Go ahead.
And watching the news, we saw the cars lined up coming into the parking lot nonstop. And then when I was talking to you earlier, you stated that there are so many other places giving food out. Now there's a waiting line.
Right. Everybody's looking for food to distribute, which is a good thing. You know, somebody said, well, Pastor, somebody saw you doing it. Now the other churches want to do it. And I said, well, that's a great thing because the need is great, Randolph. And it's not color. It's not just black. It's white, and you will see the cars pull up, you know, black, white, Latino, old, young, families, children. So grateful. And I told them what the good thing about it is really for a lot of them, this is the first time they get to see the church. You know, they drive by our buildings, but the volunteers, I got to thank God for the volunteers. Every week we had from 30 to 40 volunteers of church members, not the soloists, not the ushers in their uniform, just people just showed up to help from the church, and people began to build a relationship with the church. And I kept saying, it's the first time these people actually seen the church. Because they said Royal Baptist Church, they see the building, but they got to see the people. And we actually have some members, some people picking up food committed to come back and be a part of our church just from what we were doing. But it's a shortage. It's a shortage.
So how long do you expect this to go on?
As long as we can get the food. What we're doing now, we're doing a coat rally now. And because we see there's a great need. It's people living on the streets, these warming shelters. And I'm finding more about this. It's been there all the time. But maybe God is trying to show us what we're missing. And we hope to get as much food as we can get. I told some pastor friends of mine, as soon as I know, you will know. But right now, it's kind of more is needed. More is needed. And whatever it takes to get it, We need the people in those places to make sure it comes to this low country area, because our churches are ready. They help out.
Well, Pastor Holt, we want to thank you for the great work that you're doing in the Liberty Hill area and making sure that the feeding is going on. Why don't you give the info as to where your church is located?
The church is located in North Charleston, South Carolina, right off of Montague Avenue at 4761 Luella Avenue. And if you drive down Montague, you'll see our Life Center has a big sign on it, close to Park Circle. And I'm gonna say this, I know you're not gonna say it yourself, but I want to commend you too, because I know you have helped in distributing food in your church community on numerous occasions. And I want that to be known that we are out here doing this and nobody's getting paid. You know, nobody's doing anything but to help people that need it. And remember, the Bible says, he that giveth to the poor lendeth to the Lord, and the Lord will repay him well.
Yes, sir. And finally, Pastor Holt, what can the community do to help you?
The community right now can just help pass information, because what has kind of come to be is that the people that have these connections, these food sources, we need to open that up where it would be more transparent as to what's available. And I know the Low Country Food Bank is just swamped with requests. They're getting it out as soon as they get it in. They can hardly bag it up and box it up. You have to do a lot of that yourself, because sometimes they get a lot of this, a lot of canned goods. Then another week they get a lot of bread. So it's kind of hard to pass those out like that. But there are programs. And I think some of that money that is being used for a lot of other things from the coronavirus should definitely be focused on food, because children don't become who they can be without eating every day. They need that. And sometimes being hungry will cause some things to lead you in the wrong direction. So community, whatever you can do, let's get focused on food programs to feed these people, because it's going to get worse.
Okay. If there's a phone number for your church that you would like to leave, what would be that phone number?
That number would be 843-556-7656. 843-556-7656. Royal Baptist Church.
Okay, Reverend Dr. Isaac Holt, thank you for being on Bounce Around Charleston, and we will continue to push you and support you in your endeavors. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Randolph.